So hey guys, today's a new video, and yeah, as you can see, I'm just barely logging in now. Um, it's for me, this is just a bit of a filler event. I'm not exactly trying to do anything, to be honest. I'm just basically playing to play. No real goal to this, honestly. But yeah, so somebody asked me whether you would get triple gold triple gold. How much gold you would get to get 30k gold if you recharge 10k. So it's possible to recharge 10k gold total, but the problem being is that you have to do it on the first try. That being said, the way that you do that would be to recharge. This is obviously just a rough estimate, but the way that you do that is that you recharge $100. That's 3,100 gold, plus whatever you get from a bonus, just from buying the gold. That's 3,000, and then you buy the $200 package, which is 900. I'm sorry, not 900. It's 6,200 gold, which gives you 9,300 gold, more or less 10,000 gold, but you will get more or less 30k, a little bit under 30k gold, and then you just have to make up the difference. Keep in mind that it has to be during the first time that you do so. It has to be during the triple gold recharge event. So yeah, it's a little complicated. So as you can see, like I said, I'm just barely logging in. Haven't really had time to do much lately. What I've been doing, actually, I've just been logging in a little bit after I make the videos for the day, or the video for the day, because I do multiple retakes sometimes. Sometimes I say the information wrong, or sometimes I just forget something that's really important and that should really be there. But yeah, sometimes it just happens. But as I was saying, what was I saying? Oh crap! They give you 300 gold. I did not know that. Holy shit. Um. Anyways, as I was saying, um, yeah, sometimes I have to do a retake, and that just takes some time. Actually, I'm working on what's his name? Damn it. Kisame. No, it's not Kisame. On uh, what's his name? God damn it, I know his name. The Yashin guy, Hidan. Yeah, there you go. I'm working on Hidan at the moment because I do want to get that bonus for the undead combo from the Akatsuki, and I figure it would be a very nice bonus if I were to do that. But yeah, no such luck right now. I'm actually saving up all of the uh, Ino Yamanaka fragments and all of the Choji fragments. You need two Inos and one Choji per blue Ino, and in total you need seven, I do believe. No, actually, shit. So it's let's see. You need one Ino for the to train up Azuma to purple, because you do need a purple Azuma when you do this. Uh, you need one Ino, and then you need the Chakra Blade, which is 1k worth of gold. So I mean, you need like 14 Inos and 14 Chikamarus, 14 Chojis, just to get gold Hidan, because Hidan does need as you can see, he does need a purple Azuma, and then blue card, Team 8, Team 10, I do believe it's called. Enos, Shikamaru, and Choji. So I need like 14 of each. Shikamaru should be rather easy. Just on the scale of how many fragments I have to get compared to Ino and Choji. I have to get, let's see, essentially 20, basically 32 of each in the green card form, just to get all of what I need for what's his face? For Hidan. So I'm just like using the ones that I get, the Anastasia trials. I do those daily now. 3 times per day I do that, and then I go ahead and do my daily stuff basically. So actually I've been kind of procrastinating on this, but the title of this video should actually be the top free cards. Now I was gonna say top 10, but honestly the thing is that there's different levels when it comes to free cards. When it comes to this game, the whole thing about being free cards, every card is quite literally free except for two cards that I know of. Those cards being those cards, like I said, those cards being Madara Uchiha and Itachi Uchiha. Now, what I mean by that is by those cards only is that Itachi and Madara, to get their actual working form, like to have their rather powerful forms, you actually have to spend a lot of money. For Madara in general, you're gonna have to drop 1K, and for Itachi, you're gonna have to get to a good 50, 100K worth of recharge to get him. Obviously that's gonna be a good 3K dollars plus, but I mean, I wouldn't say he's worth it, but it's nice to have. I do recharge a lot, or at least I used to, and I mean, I'm not saying it's worth it, but I'm not saying it's bad either. So yeah, so those two are the only two cards that are not free. Now there's different levels of that could be set of free. So there's the fact that you could, for example, if you want Hashirama and if you want Tobirama, if you're patient enough and wait during their events and buy gold keys or during their events and just buy everything during their event, you do have the ability to get Tobirama and Hashirama, the diamond versions, for free. Now the thing is that's gonna take an obscene amount of time. It's gonna take a good year, 2 years plus to do so for free because you have to and honestly you're not gonna be able to waste any sort of stamina or gold and other stuff. So you have to calculate it quite nicely if you're gonna want to do that. It's plausible, but once again, it's very, very hard. For example, this Tobirama that I have here, which is my Tobirama, just like purple card. I got that technically from for free because I was grinding out the zombie dungeon that came out during his events. Same thing with Hashirama. You can grind them out. It just takes an obscene amount of time, an obscene amount of gold, and even then you're not assured that you're going to get all of his items because some of the items, for example, for what's his name, some of the items for this, Hashirama Senju, is actually they are actually exclusive to auctions where you actually have to pay money by force. So like I said, some cards are truly free, some are not truly free. Some of them are free in the sense where you can grind them out, but the amount of time that it takes is just unrealistic unless you have an iron will and are willing to do that. Now, for me, the top three cards are actually Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura. Now, obviously, you're gonna want those at gold. Diamond takes quite a bit longer because you do need a lot of rare ore. And honestly, if you're doing that, you're probably going to be saving up rare ore. But either way, I'm assuming you don't have enough rare ore, so it's gold Sasuke, gold Naruto, and gold Sakura, because you can quite literally grind those out from just from the ground up, basically. Another one would be Hinata, even though she would take a very long time. You could do that for her, because she doesn't cost any gold. She doesn't cost anything other than stamina, and a little bit of your sanity, but that's besides the point. Obito Uchiha, one of the biggest grinds of all time for me. Ever since I started playing this game, I've been, trying to grind out Obito Uchiha. Obviously, some of it came down to me being lazy, but at the same time, the grind for Obito Uchiha is quite real. I've heard of some people grinding him out for a whole month and just taking that long to get all of the materials necessary to get him to gold. Another one would actually be as I'm keeping with the trend where they're free, as in they only cost stamina. Another one would actually be Hanzo because even though he does cost quite a bit of stamina, he's actually quite easy to get. All you have to do is get to chapter 15, which realistically is actually rather easy, especially with the team buffs that Team 7 gets. So I mean that's what I'm trying to say. It's a realistic goal, is all I'm trying to say. Another free card that's very grindable is actually Kokozu because I mean, quote unquote free because you do have to spend some gold to get the these things, the what's it called, the not the wipeout coupons but the trial certificates. You have to spend money to get the trial certificates. So, I mean, there is that. Another thing is, for example, that's a good card would actually be, um, Kakashi, but once again, he does actually. You do have to spend gold on him by force. Gengetsu, Mu, Kabuto, those three guys you can easily get to gold. Because even though it takes a lot of time and a lot of stamina, they really you don't have to spend any sort of gold on them, and they are rather easy to get in the beginning levels. Kabuto, you can get them uh to gold after chapter 11, chapter 11 or chapter 12, and you can get them to gold. Mu, you can do the same, I do believe, but Gengetsu, you have to wait until like chapter 24, to for it to be easier. So yeah, there's a lot of cards that are easy for gold. For example, Koshigaki Kisame, he's rather easy to gold, especially if you're able to do the this trial right here, the what's it called, the trial dungeon, the Kisame trial. If you're able to do that 11 times a day, within a week or two, you're gonna have a gold Kisame. Who else would be very good? The third Kazekage puppet. Though he may take a lot of accessories, he's actually basic, very easy to get. He's not the most powerful, but with his items, he's a decent card at the very least. I'm not gonna include Kairi and Jugo or Suigetsu because they're not powerful at all. Neither am I going to include Sai or Yamato because once again they're not powerful. Zabuza doesn't make it because in terms of raw power, he once again he's just not powerful enough. So Story of the Sun with his items is extremely powerful, especially if you have his skin, but he's not enough to make a huge difference, especially when it comes to players who are spending money basically. So those are the free cards. Naruto, amazing DPS, especially if you get the strongest father and son skin. Sasuke, amazing DPS, especially if you get the Indara skin. Obito, very good at gold. He will always get a level 90 passive during his event. For free. Do keep in mind. Hinata, same thing. At gold, she will get a passive and an active. So once again, it takes a long time to grind, but those are free. Kakashi, you do have to spend some gold. It does take a long time. It's a lot like grinding out Obito. The only difference is that you have to get some stuff for Kakashi specifically. But you do have to by force spend some gold for the Ichi Paradise. Hanzo, you can grind him out rather easily. His fragments drop two at a time. I do think it takes right around 14k worth of stamina to get a gold Hanzo. Just saying. But apart from that, that's all I can think of when it comes to cards. Gengetsu, once again, fairly early in the game, but it just takes a long time to do so. It's a lot easier once you get to chapter 24 because the drops for his training, for his creation materials, are a lot more. They have a higher drop rate after chapter 24. Mu, very good card, especially if you're a team, I guess, if you have him during his events. So, I mean, all of these cards are decent, they're good, but the best cards are just Team 7, honestly. My guy, while he is grindable, you do have to spend an obscene amount of gold to get him to gold, to diamond and gold, actually, because you do have to spend a lot of gold for his nunchucks, which are right about now 1k each price. They actually used to be 2k each per nunchuck, so I mean they've lowered the price, but still quite a bit. I do believe that's about it for this video. I can't really think of anything else. Yeah, I think I've covered everything I can right now. I'm sorry if it didn't seem very concise, but when you think of free cards, they're never gonna be easy free cards. Because either way, you're gonna have to spend gold, you're gonna have to spend money, or you're gonna have to spend stamina. To me, the cheapest thing to spend is actually stamina because you get a lot of it per day. So that's why I take cards like Kisame or Obito or Team 7 because while they do take up a lot of stamina when it comes to getting them, they are grindable basically. So yeah, that's about it for this video. So leave a like if you liked it, leave a dislike if you don't. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you tomorrow with a new video. Bye.